Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Alicia, and this video today is going to be about my TBR. So if you don't know, TBR stands for to be read. And so basically those are just books that, you want to get to at a certain period or amount of time. And so today I'm talking about my March TBR. So let's get right into it. The first book on my TBR is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. So this book, I think it came out a while ago, but in 2018. So I've heard a lot of great things about it, and I know it's a action-packed fantasy. So I'm really looking forward to this one. It's basically about a girl named Rin who is from like a peasant class and sort of finds out that she has these magical powers in shamanism, and so she kind of uses that to help herself and help her country and stuff. And it's also based, like the politics and stuff is based in the Second Sino-Japanese War, and so there's a lot of like Asian kind of history and mythology in it. And yeah, I know it sounds really cool, and I think actually it might have some like sci-fi elements as well. I'm not sure about that part, but yeah, I think it's gonna be really fun. We have an Asian lead, Asian background, culture, all of those things. So really looking forward to this one, and I think it's gonna be really fun. So the next book I want to get to, which is actually a series, is the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. So as a lot of people know, the TV show is coming out in April, and I actually haven't ever read these. I've read the Six of Crows duology, and so I really wanted to read this before the show came out, and so I kind of was putting it off. So here we are in March, and I want to get through all three of the books. So I have the Siege and Storm, which is the second one, and Ruin and Rising, which is the third one. So yeah, I want to get through all of these. I don't know a great deal about it other than like what basically everyone talks about. It's a fantasy. It has kind of group dynamics. The main character is kind of the chosen one type of thing. So she finds out about some kind of like powers that she has, magic that she has to go on and then use to kind of help fight in a war, save her people, that kind of thing. I also believe there's like a childhood friends romance kind of thing. And of course, I can't wait to read about the Darkling, who I know is a huge fan favorite, and Ben Barnes is playing it, so super excited about that. And yeah, I can't wait for this one as well, the whole thing. Yeah. So next on my TBR is a bit of a romance. So it's Super Fake Love Song. I got this from the library actually, so there's a bit of sticker on there. But yeah, I have heard great things about David Yoon. I haven't read Frankly in Love, I believe is his other book, or like the one that I've heard about. So I, again, don't know too much. I know this is a bit of a fake dating trope, and also we have Asian main leads, so that's gonna be fun. And yeah, it just seems like a really fun, like easygoing book, so I'm super excited about this one as well. So the next book I have on my TBR is An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. So this is of course by the great Hank Green. I have never read actually a Hank Green or a John Green book. Shocking, I know, but I love their, I always used to in high school watch their YouTube videos, the crash course stuff, and so, I mean, love them, love him. So this, I believe, is his debut novel, so probably came out, I don't know actually when this came out, probably, let's see, 2018, I think. There's always so many words on okay, yeah, 2018. So this came out in 2018, so it is a few years old, but I have heard quite a few good things about this. I believe it's a sci-fi, like YA adventure kind of book. I honestly don't know a lot about this other than the fact that basically just the mini synopsis is that it's about a young woman who becomes an overnight celebrity before she kind of realizes that she's a part of something like bigger and stranger than she could have ever thought possible. So yeah, that doesn't really give much away, but it definitely sounds really interesting, and I can't wait to read it. I also want to pick up the sequel to this, so yeah, can't wait to get to this one. So the second last book on my TBR is The Lovely War by Julie Berry. So I've been in a really big like Greek mythology kind of reading mood. So I picked this up and I really want to get to it. I wanted to get to it in February, but I didn't get the chance. So definitely want to read this in March. I don't know too much about it, but I believe this book takes place around the World War time. I don't know if it's the first or second. And it's basically a story about two couples who, like, basically how their kind of romance happens and about like what's going on with them. And it's told through Aphrodite, I believe. So she's like telling, I think, like the other gods about these like mortal couples. And so yeah, it's a bit of a romance, a bit of a fantasy, so I really think I'm gonna enjoy this one. I hope I do. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's also a bit old, so yeah, I hope, you know, it lives up to the hype. We'll see. Now, the last book on basically my physical TBR, so the books that I actually own, is Lore. So I got this in the Owl Crate box, and it's absolutely beautiful. I love the cover and everything about it. Also plays into my Greek mythology mood, so also really excited to read this. I was hoping to read this in February, but I didn't get a chance, so again, want to get to this in March. But this one also is like a very interesting plot. It's basically, I believe every 9 years, Greek gods come down to Earth, and then like mortals are given a chance to basically kill them and then take their powers. So you kind of like replace a Greek god by becoming, you know, the new Greek god and have those powers. And so basically this young girl, her family was trying to kill one of the gods, but then something got in the way, and so somebody else killed her family. I forget if it might have been one of the Greek gods who killed her family, but basically she is gone like cold turkey from this whole purge warlike thing, and so she honestly is just like looking to get revenge for her family, and doesn't want really anything to do with like the actual killing and like the games of it all. And until Athena and a childhood friend of hers come to her asking for help, and they need her help to like get I guess stop what's going on and like save the gods and the people. And so there's a lot of yeah, a lot of like action adventure, I feel. I love the whole fantasy element with the gods, and I keep saying like the purge like thing, but honestly that's what it sounds like to me. So yeah, all of that I'm super excited to dive into. Again, this came out in January, so it's a couple months old, so I have heard some good things about it. I have heard like people talking about it. It's another book that I feel is like really hyped up, so we'll have to see if it lives up to that hype, but I am very excited to get to this one. So one of the books that I also want to get to that I don't actually physically own right now is the Gilded ones, and so that was actually on my most anticipated for 2021 book, so I'm definitely super excited to read it. It also has a super unique plot. It's a YA fantasy, but it's basically about this girl who kind of doesn't fit in. She doesn't really know who she is or like what her part in her like little village is. And so in this village, there's like a coming of age kind of ceremony where they test your blood. So if your blood is red, you basically are normal and you just fit in. You go back to your like daily life in the village. But if you bleed gold, then that means there's something special about you. And so the main character ends up bleeding gold. And so the book is about her kind of finding herself and what part she plays in you know, stuff going on in her country, and there's like war going on, and so she has to use her kind of special abilities and powers to help in the war, and then kind of figure out who she is and come to terms with like her identity. So also looking forward to that one. I think it's gonna be a super exciting read, and if you have seen the cover, it's absolutely beautiful, so I can't wait to get my hands on it. So those are all the books I have on my TBR for March. Honestly, I always end up getting like putting a lot more books than I can actually manage to read on my TBR, and I try to leave room because I don't always end up reading those books. Sometimes I'll pick up something else, or like have a like hold on the in the library that'll come in, so I'll try to read that first. But those are the books that I do want to try to get to this month. I'm super excited about reading them all, and yeah, I can't wait. So thanks guys for watching this video, and see you guys next time.